Paul, good news for those EV drivers, but do we know how much it's going to cost them?
Yeah, well, look, the Minister today is saying that this isn't really about the cost or the impact that's going to be on drivers in that sense, but it's more about the infrastructure that's going to be in place. And we've seen an acceleration of EV cars out and about on our roads. And the common complaint that you'll hear from people is that the infrastructure still isn't good enough, particularly down in rural parts of the country where you could have to travel large distances before you actually get to a charger. Many times when you get there, they're either quite busy because there's so few of them, or sometimes they're not even working. And 80% of charging for EVs is done in people's homes. It's the easiest, it's the cheapest way, particularly when it's done at night. But today the government announcing this €100 million that will be spent over the next 3 years. They aim to see fast charging electric points every 60 kilometres on the motorway, where you'll be able to charge up to 80% in around 15 to 20 minutes. They also want local authorities to become more involved around community hubs where there's car sharing and e-bike sharing and charging points, also using lamp posts, put charging points in there, particularly for people who don't maybe have a driveway, or in tourist houses, or in apartment or duplex complexes as well. So that's another option for them. And that sports clubs and community groups would be able to apply for funding to put charging points perhaps at local soccer or GAA pitches as well. Now, in recent months, of course, with the rise in gas and electricity prices, we've seen those public charging points, particularly the ESB ones, increase their rates that they're charging people. And, you know, the common complaint is that it would be as cheap to run a small petrol car. That's something that we put to Minister Eamon Ryan a few moments ago.
Well, it's true. The price has gone up because of what's happened in Ukraine, because the price of electricity for everyone has gone up. And yes, it's now, in some instances, if you're paying the more expensive rates on the public charging infrastructure, not during the middle of the night, you'll be paying something similar to what you'd pay in petrol or diesel to move around. It's not certain. No one knows which way the war is going. But it looks like those prices may start to come down, because the price of gas has fallen significantly in the last month and the forward price is staying low.
Now, currently there are around 1,700 public charging points right across the country. They're operated by the likes of ESB, but also a number of private companies. The Minister this lunchtime saying that the target, the aim, is to get to 5,000 of those within 3 years.
Paul Quinn, thank you for all of that.